What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the Arsenal-Liverpool post-match reaction and analysis video. And what the hell was that performance, Liverpool? This was an absolute shambles, a joke of a game from a Liverpool point of view, and full credit to Arsenal, they fully deserved to beat Liverpool fair and square. Actually, Liverpool are lucky we didn't lose by 4 or 5 goals, because Arsenal could have been 2 or 3 goals up at half-time. Instead it was 1-1. But Virgil van Dijk and Alisson, this was probably their worst game in their Liverpool career. And I haven't felt this bad since we lost to Tottenham in that refereeing controversy. I'm absolutely fuming and I'm so sad and so heartbroken. Because actually, even with a bad performance, Liverpool could have had a draw today, but Virgil van Dijk and Alisson decided to have awful games, especially Van Dijk. This defeat is mostly on them, but also none of the Liverpool players really shined today. I mean, Szoboszlai, Darwin Núñez and Conor Bradley were 3 of our best players against Chelsea, and the Chelsea performance, it looks like a team completely from a different planet. Liverpool didn't turn up today. The players didn't turn up. And I don't understand. This is one of the biggest games of the season. This is one of the biggest games in the title race. But against really top teams this season, Liverpool haven't been great. We were lucky to get a draw against Man City. We were very unlucky to lose against Tottenham, because I think even with 10 men we played really, really well. That kind of is the exception. But against Man United we got a 0-0 draw when we should have won. Against Arsenal we got a 1-1 draw because we didn't take our chances. Trent hits the bar and also the referee doesn't give a clear handball. But today, again, Liverpool just didn't turn up. It looked like the players believed their own hype after scoring 5 past Norwich, 4 past Chelsea. We thought we are the dog's bollocks. And when you have too much of an ego and too much cockiness and you don't work as hard as the other top team, you will most likely lose, because the Premier League is the ruthless league. And Liverpool haven't beaten Arsenal in the Premier League in 4 games in a row, which is a really bad run against an Arsenal side who are much better in the last 2 seasons, of course, and they were title contenders last season, they are title contenders this season. But still, for Liverpool to dominate like 3 of those 4 games, we dominated like the 2 home games where we didn't beat them. And yeah, last season we also lost deservedly to Arsenal 3-2. But this defeat was much, much worse. Liverpool played with no intensity, no desire, no passion. Arsenal were first to every ball. And they also, Virgil van Dijk was so out of position. He went chasing Kai Havertz in midfield or Odegaard in midfield. I don't understand. And he left a huge gaping hole at the back, which Arsenal exploited. Kai Havertz should have passed it to Saka. He shoots, Alisson makes a good save, but then Saka taps it home into the empty net. So it was a deserved 1-0 Arsenal lead. But then Arsenal gave Liverpool an absolute gift by Luis Diaz also perseveres. Luis Diaz is probably the one player that I can praise today, because he worked really, really hard. Today, McAllister was also pretty decent, but yeah, Curtis Jones didn't have a great performance. And I also didn't understand Jurgen Klopp's substitution. He took Trent off when Trent is our best passer of the ball. Maybe it's a medical reason that Trent Alexander-Arnold couldn't play a full game, but still, this was not a good enough performance. And I think the Liverpool players will realize this, that it was not a good enough performance. And also Konate got a red card, which is wonderful. It was a deserved red card after 2 yellows. But then the referee decides not to send Gabriel off, who also had a yellow card. And then he, holds Núñez, just like Konate held the Arsenal player before getting the second yellow. But then the referee doesn't give a second yellow to Gabriel. And when Darwin Núñez complains about that, rightfully so, then Darwin Núñez gets a yellow card, which was really infuriating. The third Arsenal goal, just makes the defeat looks worse. But yeah, Harvey Elliott and Luis Diaz, they are both not great defensively, and this is why Harvey Elliott is not starting for Liverpool, because against really good Premier League players, he's found one thing: he's small, he's not quick enough, he can't defend really well. It is a big question mark on Harvey Elliott's future, and also the new manager, where he sees Harvey Elliott fit in, because yeah, he's just not as good, obviously, as Dominic Szoboszlai. He's a good player, good talent, but in these big games, again, he was found wanting. Leandro Trossard absolutely skins Harvey Elliott and Luis Diaz. Race is clear. The third goal is kind of a little bit unlucky as well, even though I think Alisson in a great form, Alisson in his best form saves his Leandro Trossard's shot. The shot is straight at Alisson, but it gets a slight deflection off Virgil van Dijk's heel, and it goes through Alisson's legs. But yeah, the goalkeeper should cover his frame, so it doesn't go through him. It just looks awful. Yes, the shot is hit with power, with pace, but it looks awful when the ball goes straight through the goalkeeper, when it's straight at him. It just looks awful. Yeah, wait until you see the Arsenal's second goal. That looks, honestly, probably the worst goal that Liverpool conceded since probably our first Champions League final under Jurgen Klopp, when Loris Karius just gifted Benzema the ball. This looks as bad, almost as bad. It's like an absolute gift. Christmas is over, guys. Way over. More than a month ago. So why are you gifting Arsenal a goal? I guess it's fair because Arsenal gifted us a goal. And that's the worrying thing about this performance. Liverpool didn't even have threatened the Arsenal goal. We had one shot on target. And that wasn't our goal, because our goal was actually Arsenal goal. Arsenal scored 4 goals today, but one into their own net. And overall, we created almost nothing, which is very unusual. And I think it's credit to Arsenal, because Declan Rice was absolutely amazing in this game. He was brilliant. Jorginho also had a very good performance. Arsenal had 3.5 XG. Liverpool had 0.4. So actually a 4-1 scoreline probably wouldn't be too harsh on Liverpool. And Arsenal had 15 shots, 7 shots on target. And as I said, they fully deserved this win. And the good news is, the only good news is that we had probably no injuries. And Thiago is back from his injury, but he really couldn't affect the game. And where this leaves Liverpool in the title race is really worrying, because now if Man City win their 2 games in hand, they will go above Liverpool. Basically, this game is the best result for Arsenal and Manchester City. So Liverpool will play Burnley 1 week from now, and I think this is the best time to have a full week of preparing, because Jurgen Klopp, he really needs to sort the players' heads out. Like, where did this performance come from? Liverpool played pretty brilliantly in the past 2 months. Actually, since probably we drew to Luton in November, Liverpool had pretty much all of their brilliant performances. And I don't know where this has come from, honestly, because Liverpool haven't lost since the Tottenham game, which was a refereeing controversy. But this is our first loss in the league, which Liverpool actually deserved. And that's actually amazing that we have gone this long in the Premier League without getting a deserved loss. But the margins are so fine because of Manchester City's financial doping and financial cheating, that even one bad defeat can result in basically the Man City will be huge, massive favorites now for the title. And Liverpool have to really figure out why the players played so badly. And also, it's not a great look that Virgil van Dijk came out after Jurgen Klopp announced that he's leaving Liverpool, saying he doesn't know whether he will be at the club after this season. Of course, then he backtracked, seeing the media backlash and the fan backlash, that he didn't mean that he's leaving and he's fully committed to the Liverpool cause. But this performance doesn't help his cause, because this was honestly the worst performance by Virgil van Dijk in his Liverpool career. And he's the best centre-back in the Premier League. Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. So when your 2 best players are performing way below their level. Actually, their worst performance probably in their Liverpool career, their most shocking performance. That is just too much when the whole team was not playing well, the whole team was not functioning. And I'm really fascinated to see what Jurgen Klopp will say in the media. And now, because of these 3 goals, Liverpool have conceded the same amount of goals as Arsenal. And yeah, our defense has been really solid. But yeah, Konate will be suspended for that Burnley game. I think that's not a problem because Liverpool should beat Burnley even without Konate. My hope is that with one more training week, Szoboszlai and Thiago will be able to start more games. We've desperately missed Dominik Szoboszlai. His injury came at the worst possible time, and also Darwin Núñez's foot injury came at the worst possible time. Because I believe if Darwin Núñez and Dominik Szoboszlai start in this game, it would have been a totally different game. I wouldn't say go as far as Liverpool would have won this game, but we definitely would have created more chances. Darwin Núñez would have wreaked havoc at Saliba and Gabriel, who are not as good a defensive partnership as Konate and Van Dijk. Not in this game, but overall, I mean. Because Darwin Núñez, the agent of chaos, he loves running at defenders, and it absolutely terrifies the hell out of defenders. And Dominik Szoboszlai on that right-hand side, he would have been much better protecting Trent Alexander-Arnold and also much better at linking up with Trent Alexander-Arnold, because Gravenberch was a passenger in this game. He had some good touches, but overall he looked like a player who is a level below this, like title challenging level. And you really shouldn't judge Gravenberch too harshly. He's only 21 years old. He's still a very young player, still developing. And in an ideal world, Liverpool wouldn't have to rely on Gravenberch starting away at Arsenal, one of the toughest grounds to go to. But Gravenberch had 86% pass accuracy, which is pretty decent, 2 successful dribbles. He won 3 of his 6 ground duels, but he only won 1 out of 3 aerial duels. So overall he lost more duels than he won, which is not really ideal. But it wasn't on one player. The whole Liverpool team didn't play well. McAllister and Luis Diaz are the 2 players, I think, who played actually well. McAllister had 88% pass accuracy. He had 3 shots, but none of them hit the target. And he also won 82% of his ground duels. 9 ground duels, 1 out of 11. So McAllister was actually our best player alongside Luis Diaz. This is really worrying that Liverpool maybe don't have as much quality, as much strength in depth in these really big games. Arsenal also were missing Gabriel Jesus, to be fair, so yeah, Gabriel Jesus links up the Arsenal attack very well. But Saka and Martinelli scored today, the arch nemesis of Liverpool. They scored last season when Arsenal beat Liverpool 3-2, I remember that as well. And Martinelli loves scoring against Liverpool. He has the most goals in his career against Liverpool. So overall, an awful day at the office. Liverpool well beaten, outplayed, outfought, outclassed. And I haven't said that about Liverpool. Probably this season we haven't been this much outplayed. So I can safely say this was the worst performance of the season by a quite a big margin. So I'm really looking forward to reading your comments. What did you think? Where does this leave Liverpool in the title race? Let me know in the comments below. Also, another thing, Liverpool made the second most sprints out of every game against Chelsea 3 days ago. So probably that took its toll on the Liverpool team as well. But also missing Salah, Núñez, Szoboszlai and a fully fit Andy Robertson. 4 of our best players. Fully fit Thiago was missing as well. So 5 of our best players were missing in this game. But I don't want to make excuses. This was still not a good enough performance, even with the team that we put out. We should have played much better. We should have shown much desire, intensity, much more will to win. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. And the good news also is Liverpool's hardest fixture is out of the way. The other really hard fixture is Man City, but that's at Anfield. And we now need to absolutely win that game. It's a must-win game against Man City. If we don't win it, then Man City will just cruise to the title. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Goodbye.